How you doing, everybody? Welcome to another case study video interview. I got my man AJ on here from Detroit, Michigan. He's going to talk a little bit about his story. He just closed his first deal. So let me wait no further, man, and introduce. What's going on, AJ? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How's it going?
Good, man. I'm glad for 2018. Looks like got a lot of big things happening, in the next few weeks. So excited about the new year. So let's get to it, man. You closed your first deal. I know it was exciting.
Yes. Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah.
Wait.
Just from the whole grind of, seeing what it takes to finally, materialize and get a check. Especially, being in one of the most difficult, markets, kind of overlooked market in the country, Detroit, Michigan. So tell me a little bit about, what were you doing, like, let's say before, me and you got started?
Of course, doing the whole self-study thing.
Okay.
Plenty of courses, digging into the material, trying my best to process, everything goes into starting a wholesaling business. And trying to figure it out on my own, obviously, with some trial and error. Started with band designs, putting those things out, and couldn't really get a grasp on direct mail as far as a best strategy. Because you're putting your dollars out there, so you want to make sure that you're marketing to the right people and the right list, and you have a good understanding of your market, so you know who to market to. So just trying to figure those things out, and it was kind of slow. It was slow going.
Okay. All right. So I remember you reached out to me for the application. We talked over the phone. You got started. It did take you a few months for you to, because we had, how many other deals we had going with you?
Two or three deals. Actually, it was two particular deals that kind of it felt like you had them right in your grasp.
Right,
but,
right.
Things happened and those deals didn't work out. And so it was kind of more, you felt like you had to go back to the drawing board. But turns out that, the things that we had been doing already were still working for us in the background to bring about, actually my first deal that I actually ended up closing. So, that was important, to make sure that we were doing the business the right way, so that even though things weren't going good, you still had leads coming in. You still had prospective deals that could come to play.
Right. And that's a good thing too. For those listening, guys, AJ was very persistent in his direct mail campaigns, and he was getting constant leads coming in. And that's really, the key to this business is you got to have leads coming in. You got to give yourself opportunities, because if you're not doing any marketing, it's like you're not even putting yourself in a position to win or make any money.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was one of the things I wanted to make sure I did. And you helped me to pretty much make sure that when I was marketing, who I was marketing to was effective. So it took a lot of the guesswork out of it, as far as, who to market to, and making sure the marketing lists were quality lists and things like that. So, that helped take a lot of guesswork out of it for me personally, because that was something I struggled with before we started working together.
Okay. So let's talk about this deal. How did you find this deal? Let's talk about kind of the little challenges that you had, with the deal, with the, fire damage and stuff like that. And, how you found a buyer and everything else.
Well, this particular deal was funny. It was kind of unique. I listening to the training courses, they, fire damage homes are pretty much good homes to market to, depending on where you are. But it might not necessarily always work out like that where you are in your market. So I had to do some investigation. I had to do some digging and actually find out if I was in a viable market for that property. I learned a lot doing that. You helped me pretty much figure that out. And then what I also noticed in my own personal market is that fire damage homes can actually be profitable because of certain things that take place with the city of Detroit and how they deal with fire damage properties. So they kind of have some incentives sometimes for people that will buy these particular type of properties. So again, that's not something you can learn in a course. That was something that you were able to help coach me through and actually figure that out as well. Then once we figured that out, just the marketing strategies for finding buyers that we discussed that helped me to be able to lock that deal up.
Yeah. Okay. And on that deal, how much did you profit?
$4,000.
Okay. Cool.
$4,000 on that deal. Yep. Okay.
Yep. So that's good, man. I mean, a lot of times, man, I want to say, first off, you was a great student to work with. Sometimes some people think that, they know it all, that sometimes, or some people are not persistent. You stayed the course the whole time. You didn't give up even when there were challenges. And that's the thing that, I want people to understand. Listen. AJ had 2 perfect deals that, we had buyers ready to go. They looked like we were going to make money very easily on those deals, but they fell through. And most people at that time, they say, you know what? That's a sign that it's not for me. I need to give up. AJ didn't do that. He understood, that things like this happens in the business, right? You don't give up. You keep going. Those challenges happen. You continue on a course, and something other, that's better is going to come your way, and that's exactly what happened. And, I just want to commend you for doing that, because a lot of people, it's like they're about to get over that hump, and something happens, and they just go down, and they're right there that they're about to get over the hump and get that first one, and they just give up.
Yeah, I was determined. But also that same determination is what made me comfortable with moving forward and actually getting mentorship, because sometimes trying to figure out your next move is hard to do on your own. And being plugged in and having somebody to communicate with, having somebody to kind of guide you, give you advice, and sometimes even encouragement is what you need in order to keep going in this business, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right. So would you, recommend the coaching program to anybody that's listening?
I definitely would. If you can do it, do it.
Okay.
Because just like anything, it's a business, and it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to work out the way you want it to. And sometimes the answers that you need and the strategies that you need to implement, you can't find in the course. And being able to have a mentor and being able to have somebody who's knowledgeable to help you think through some of the problems you might come across could make all the difference between, you continuing to succeed in this business versus you giving up. So, yeah, I definitely would recommend it.
Okay. So any last words or advice to anyone that's listening right now that's brand new, haven't done the first deal yet, struggling, but they're looking for some words of encouragement?
My particular words of encouragement would be to dig in. You hear it time and time again. I know it sounds like a broken record, but take action. Just doing it, getting up, doing it every day. When I have a philosophy, just me personally in life, is to when you don't know what to do what you know to do. And that means to continue to keep doing the things that you've been taught to do, continue to keep doing the things that you know to do, and eventually those things will pay off. And as you continue to keep doing that, you'll learn as you go. I think this is an on-the-job type of training type of business. You can read on it all day long. You can take courses all day long. You can study it all day long. But it's nothing like actually getting your hands in the dirt and doing the business. So that's my personal advice, which rings clear pretty much all over the industry.
Definitely.
Take action.
Yep. I agree 100%. All right. So, guys listening, if you have any deals in Detroit, Michigan, looking to JV, can't find a buyer, AJ's your man. Okay. Reach out to him. He is on Facebook, even though he's not on social media heavy. Reach out
I
to
will
him.
be.
Yeah, he will be. Reach out to him, Aaron Jordan. Look him up. He's in the Detroit market, like I said. If you got any deals anywhere in Oakland County, Wayne County, wherever in Michigan, reach out to him, and maybe you can make some money with him. All right, AJ, man, I appreciate you being on this call, man.
All right. Thanks, Chris.